Today, the Terriers return home after a sweep at Syracuse last weekend. BU looks to make it 6 straight wins as they host Providence College in the first half of a home-and-home. Johnson skates onto it. Comes a cross-ice shot on goal by Becker and Shanahan. Alex Law goes for a skate. She's got Nicholson going to the net. Finds her and scores! Yeah, interesting sequence there. Initially, it looked like Walensky might come out to play the puck. Hesitated a little bit, is what I read, Chris. Stayed also not appearing in the lineup here this afternoon. Cannot dress for full forward lines. Open net for Walsh, who scores. Right place.
Time the bounce is fine. You a little bit of puck luck, and BU double their lead.
Puck luck is a great way to come back the other way. Kirchmeier with a move towards the front. Shanahan it further for Yoon. Back to Votes. One touch back for Yoon around the circle. And now Vogt back up top for Yoon. Shaughnessy in her skates. Collects it to her stick. Walks towards the middle. Puts it towards the goal. Scores! It hit a stick along the...
It just starts to add up. The pressure mounts, and BU finally break through once again in the second.
Oh, yeah. Shaughnessy will get an assist. And that'll be the 4th of the year for Clara, who had 9 of them last year. Standings.
Well on their way to the 3 points, as you said.
Dangerous turnover. It's Davies in tight, and she put it over the net. 3. This isn't English football. Doesn't matter what the goal differential is, and there's one back. How about it? Yep. Here's Vogt with an open net in front of her. Will leave it off to Fitzgerald, who finishes it off. Warriors have won 6 straight games, and they'll top Providence College this afternoon by a final score of 5-1.
Hey, Coach Washburn and Claire.
Yeah, Coach, just your takeaways from the performance.
Callie played great. We're a very skilled hockey team that's learning how to score goals. Not enough attention to detail. Should have been a lot different in terms of the shot count. Should have been a lot different for the momentum. And we'll dial in on those details tomorrow.
How do you plan on dialing in on those details?
Yeah, well, I think just taking a look. I know every coach says this, shorter shifts, better changes, but I believe in teaching it, and it's something that, you know, newcomers and when you're younger, it's something we did a lot last year that carries over, but just understanding how to end your shift. It's not about what not to do, it's about what's going to help build momentum and how do we set the next line up for success. So not just say it, but I think start to learn a little bit more in depth as to how it impacts the whole game.
Clara, you obviously found yourself in a little bit of a groove here now. Second game or second weekend in a row, you're found the back of the net. Can you talk a little bit about what's working for you right now?
Yeah, I think that being a part of a team that plays well in the O-zone and pays attention to details usually, I think that really helps with like production. And I think that I've just found the back of the net because of my line mates and the team playing well, and it makes a huge difference.
Hey Coach, how much do you take in those late goals for tomorrow's game as giving your team a better mental edge to hopefully win again tomorrow in this fashion?
For sure, right? It never hurts. I think what, if anything, gave us the momentum for tomorrow, I think 2 unselfish plays near the end of the game. Lindsay Bachman getting the puck in deep when she arguably could have maybe tried to go for the empty net but got that change in, and then Christina Vogt setting up one of her line mates. I think those are, when you're scoring like that at the end of the game, I think that's a testament to the identity we want in culture.
I want to ask you about Alex. Obviously, she's super fast, super talented, and it kind of finally came for her, and that goal looked like the goal. You didn't really realize that she was going to get there. What does having a player like her with her capability just do for your offense?
For sure, right? Like the ability, and I think you notice that with her speed, is that she can create transition. She can be first on loose pucks and opportunistic pucks, and be able to skate 200 feet as a centerman as well. So definitely nice to see her settle in a little bit more today, and first shorty of the year.
No Maggie today, just I guess any update on the status?
Yeah, you probably won't see her this weekend, but kind of be day-to-day after that, after taking the hit last week.
First look at Tessa this season. How do you think she played today?
I was very impressed. Very impressed. I think she played to her strengths. Very strong, good at taking away time and space, getting pins in the D zone. Really, really excited for her, no doubt.
Takeaway was similar to the first game against Maine here when you thought that you guys should have been better. Why do you think you guys kind of continue to not play great in the first game of a weekend series?
Yeah, that might be a really good problem that we can slowly figure out. We're still growing. I feel great about the identity that we've looked to solidify through preseason, but now it's still finding ways to make sure you don't lose sight of that with external distractions and pressures, and then keeping that attention to detail when the season can get long. So I think it's we'll be looking to solve that problem as we go forward. These guys are well.
Claire, you guys, obviously maybe not the exact performance you guys were looking for today, but still found a way to win. That's 6 in a row. Can you just kind of talk about the ability of this team to still come away with the victory, even if you guys aren't really playing up to the standard that you want to?
Yeah, it's huge. I think that's what we lacked a lot last year, and I think that's a big difference as to why we're having success this year is because we're able to bear down in the moments we need to, and we're winning our battles on the walls, and we're making sure that we come together as a team. And I think that is a testament to holding each other accountable and the team culture that we've created this year. And it's just going to continue to grow as we learn and as we pay attention to the small details and, get better every single game.
Tonight, there were stretches there that it seemed like Providence really had a trouble getting out of runs. So.
Sorry, the forecheck and that we did create problems for them?
Yeah,
for sure. We're working a lot on our ozone spacing and defensive reads, and what's really cool is the same way you teach defensive structure in your D zone can carry over to your forecheck, and then you make your structure, it's not one or the other. It's not aggressive or not aggressive. It's you're reading the status of possession, and they're able to be hockey players out there and not overthink and react. They dictate. And so I think you're starting to see that where they're just making reads and being hockey players and taking away time and space, but doing it effectively. So you could definitely see it today.
Claire, you guys now winning your 6th game in a row, now looking at possibly number 7 tomorrow. Is that something you think about at all? Does that add any sort of pressure, or are you really just taking it one game at a time?
I think honestly it's the opposite of pressure. It's exciting to win hockey games, and it's something that when we're playing well and we're winning games and we can kind of pinpoint reasons as to why we're dominating in all 3 zones, it's a way to build every single period and every single game. And I think our team's in a really good spot right now with just learning and growing and not being complacent with how we're playing and finding a way to be better, because we know that we want to win championships and we want to go to the national tournament and win Bean Pod, and we have these high aspirations. And so in order to do that, you can't be complacent even if you have 6 games under your belt, because it's a long season.
We talked a little bit about her in the midweek call, but Maeve Kelly has been really good of late. I don't know if she picked up a point today at all, but she had the one where she went coast to coast with the puck. Just can you kind of talk a little about what she does on both sides of the puck that makes her such a valuable piece of the team?
Yeah, she's dialed every day of the week, every month of the year, in everything that she does, and I think you're seeing that attention to detail and lifestyle off the ice, on the ice. You're seeing it just come through now and playing with a little bit more confidence. She's trying some of the new concepts we've been using on the breakout more than a lot of our other D, like popping the puck off the wall, and it's setting her up, I think, for more of her shifts in the offensive zone because of that, her success in the D zone and on our breakouts. And what's been cool now, I think, because she's feeling good, is now she can be curious. We look at offensive zone shifts and say, okay, if this happened, you could try this, and starting to think about how she can dictate the play from the blue line. And I think just her thirst for knowledge and growing is so strong on top of that detail. I'm really excited for it. It's coming.
Claire, can you just walk me through what you saw on your goal? Obviously, kind of interlocked with the defender there in the slot. Did you see the puck coming? Just how did that kind of come?
Yeah, I know that Julia's probably going to shoot the puck. She likes to shoot it from the blue line. So, past couple games, she's ripped a few good shots at me, and they haven't gone in the net. They've just hit me and bruised. So I was happy that this one went in. But yeah, just battle in front of the net, stuff we work on in practice, habits all the time.
Thanks, guys. We sure do, Claire. We sure do.